Right, what's going on guys? Willis here, back with another video. So this very special video for you guys today. This video is actually sponsored by Guardian Tales. If you guys have played Guardian Tales or are looking to play it, this is the video for you. I've put into like 10 hours into this game, and it's actually got a summoning system in it, which is pretty cool, similar to Wishing. So yeah, leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and yeah, let's get into it. So Guardian Tales is actually an isometric 2D action adventure. It's pretty much a mobile RPG featuring a pretty awesome story. You got Easter eggs. So Guardian Tales is actually published by Kakao Games. There's so many great features in Guardian Tales, which I personally like. There's skill-based combat against bosses, and pretty much a bunch of other features you might normally expect from a classic arcade action. So Guardian Tales is actually a game that has many world levels and plenty of main missions and side missions to go through in each one of them. So the story, each mission has a different unique set of puzzles that are challenging and fun. Even after reaching many world levels, I still encountered pretty much new and fun challenges in each mission. Although the game has a lot of puzzles, there is a lot of enjoyable combat with skills, chain skills, and weapon types to use from. The combat is simple, but the game provides challenge, as if you do not put respect on enemies or the bosses, you're gonna struggle. The story has different experiences and themes on each chapter, and has popular references to comic books, movies, other pop culture. References I saw in the game was like Zelda, Dragon Ball, Harry Potter references, and there's a lot more. I really love the story, as each world had quite different stories you can experience, but it was still connected to a bigger story. The story had a nice flow to it, and there was really not a boring part to it from what I played. So the characters, there are more than 50 characters and over 200 unique equipment within 10 different equipment types. Guardian Tales has a summoning system for characters and equipment, and it is also achievable to basically get these high quality characters from just playing the game, or you can go the microtransaction route. It's up to you. So I was summoning, and I was actually able to get one of the unique heroes, the Necromancer Noxia. She is awesome. She can pretty much summon a dark spirit that helps you with attacking, and she can also tank for you. Her range attacks look so cool too. I ended up getting a costume for her too in the costume shop, and I immediately maxed her out as much as I can, as I loved her character design. I tried to unlock as much as her awakening nodes, which I'll talk more about later. The character system definitely felt good. I like how you can get characters through basically doing the story through summons, or you can even save enough of your currency to straight out buy a character. It made it feel not one-dimensional, and most characters are also viable for most situations. As I mentioned, there's also ways to upgrade your characters. One is by collecting XP and manually adding it to the character you want to level up. Another way is through awakening, where there's a small awakening node you can unlock that gives a small stat buff to that character, such as attack, HP, defense. Then you've got bigger awakening nodes that can give skill buffs or even larger stat buffs to your characters, and also party buffs. Next up is evolving your characters. Now, the hero evolution is where you can upgrade your characters by collecting evolution stones, where you can then get stat buffs to your character, and your character's grade also increases. For example, if your character is grade 1, evolving said character will make them grade 2. There's also visual changes when evolving a character. Now we also have Limit Break for upgrading your character, though Limit Break is more for the later stage of the game when you need to evolve your character to the max evolution, which is grade 5. And then you can limit break maximum level and open the limit break awakening nodes. You can collect character specific equipment for added power, and you can also complete characters and equipment sets for bonuses, so you would want to collect as much equipment as you can. Upgrading the characters definitely did take a lot of resources, but I just focused mainly on one character, which was Noxia. I just leveled her up, trying to max her awakening skills, and I started farming for her evolution stones, where all I did for my other characters is just make sure they had enough to basically level to be able to do the mission. Other than the story, there is a lot of variety to the game. You've got the rifts, dungeons, you've got the towers, PvP. So in the rift, you'll get to see different types of dungeons, and you can play whichever one you need. The resource dungeon is when you need to collect XP, gold, or items. The awakening is for collecting awakening stones to boost your character. So the dungeons are definitely a lot of fun. You don't really get bored with them. You can farm out the XP dungeon, and if you get bored of that dungeon, you can do the awakening dungeon, or even the 3 Evolution dungeons. No matter what dungeon you do, they'll still end up being beneficial to you and will lead to your character getting stronger. So it just gives you a lot of freedom and options to work with. So you've got the tower. The tower is another zone where you can go through different obstacles, where each level you have to go through enemies or complete certain puzzles. It's a fun, different way of earning rewards and useful items. The tower at the start was pretty simple, and I thought it was just going to be easy the whole way through, but it actually was really challenging, and I actually had to retry some of them quite a bit. Like, there was one stage in the tower where I actually had to make sure I knew the mechanics of the boss, or I'll basically just get one shot. There was also puzzle stages where it was just mad, pretty much really confusing, and it took time to figure out. So the tower is another enjoyable way to play the game if you want a challenge and also get some great rewards. Now for PvP, there is PvP in this game, and there are two modes. There's the auto battle in the Colosseum and real-time PvP. The gameplay in the background is basically me getting promoted to silver. It's pretty much an enjoyable social and even competitive way to earn rewards, and it adds a nice variety to the game. I enjoyed PvP and the arena, and the Colosseum automated battles were cool. It was also interesting seeing different compositions and matchups go against each other and see who would win. I did not get to try out the 1v1 action PvP because they are locked for certain times, but if I enjoyed the automated battles, getting to do actual PvP must be really fun as well. So the floating castle, what is this? Once you unlock a certain world level, you will have access to the floating castle, also known as Heavenhold, where you can construct buildings that generate gold, which you need for a lot of stuff such as leveling up, upgrading equipment, unlocking awakening nodes, and buying equipment. A fun challenge in the floating castle is saving enough SP to unseal the sealed goddess for 1 million SP, which will take a while, but she is a unique character. You've got guilds. There's also a guild system in the game where guild houses can be customized, and you can walk around in real time with other guild members. You can see that I joined a guild here, and there's a social lounge you can walk around in. Other than that, the game has pretty cool stuff, obviously, like the summoning system. You've got the battle pass. Overall, the game is a fun game with unique, different challenges and experience that you will enjoy. I have enjoyed this a lot, honestly. There's a lot of variety that can interest you. For me, it has been the story missions and the tower I enjoyed the most, but maybe if you love collecting and maxing out different characters, or maybe even the summoning system could interest a lot of you for summoning for those rare characters. The game has a lot of flexibility on how you want to play it. You can either grind out 10 hours a day, or you can literally jump on for like 5 to 10 minutes and play casually. It's super fun. But once again, thank you to Guardian Tales for sponsoring this video. I actually really enjoyed this game and I fully recommend it. Be sure to use my links down below if you want to go check out the game. But other than that, guys, I will see you in my next video. Peace.